All right, here we go. Question number 1 from our calculus homework number 1 in WebAssign. We have a word problem. It says a tank holds 1,000 gallons of water, which drains from the bottom of the tank in half an hour. The values in the table show the volume V of water remaining in the tank in gallons after T minutes. Part A. If P is the point 15,265 on the graph of V, find the slopes of the secant lines PQ when Q is the point on the graph, and then they give us a series of values for T. So using the slope formula to calculate the slope of the secant lines, here we have 2 points. Remember that point P is the point 15,265, and then the other point that we're going to use is the first ordered pair in the table, which is 5,698. Now, which one of these is x1, y1, and which one is x2, y2 is irrelevant. So we're going to use this point as the first point, and then this point will be the second point. Doing a little plug and play, we're going to get y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then we need to calculate that slope. I'm going to use my calculator just to make sure I don't make a simple mistake. 698 minus 265 over 5 minus 15. And we get a negative value. Now the instructions do say to round to the nearest 1 decimal place, so using the SD button, we're going to get negative 43.3, and that would be the slope for the first ordered pair here, negative 43.3, and then we can do that again. Okay, so I want you to know that this is going to be a lot of rinse and repeat. So the 265 and the 15, this is going to stay the same every time because this is our point P. And then the second point is the point that's going to change. So next, instead of 5,698, we're going to use 10,434. And again, you can see I'm just editing what I did before. In the calculator, this is super easy because I can just scroll back and edit the input. So we delete the 5 and put a 10. We delete the 698 and put a 434. And again, rounding to 1 decimal place is going to give us negative 33.8. And I hope you can see that this is going to go rather quickly once you understand that you're just doing the same calculation with different values each time. So for the next calculation, we're going to use 20 and 113. Delete 20 and 113, rounded, negative 30.4. Again, 25 and 27. Edit 25 and 27. Rounded, negative 23.8. And one more time. Notice this is where the tank is empty when the volume goes to 0. And I didn't even open my notepad this time. Delete. We can see from our table that now we have 30 and the volume is 0. SD, negative 17. Now remember, round to the nearest tenth would be negative 17.7. And then if we go down, we can see there is a part B. Estimate the slope of the tangent line at P by averaging the slopes of the two adjacent secant lines. So if we pull our scratch work back up, to estimate the slope of the tangent at P, remember that P was the ordered pair, 15, 265. And it wants us to average the ordered pairs that were adjacent to that. So below that would have been the ordered pair 10, 434. And above that would have been the ordered pair 20, 113. We're going to take the difference in the y's, say 434 minus 113. Divided by the difference in the x's, 10 minus 20, and SD. So our average slope at that point would have been negative 32.1. Now, if we look at our chart here and use my cursor, if you can see that, those 2 points that we just averaged around the ordered pair 15, 265 were these two. And our answer should fall somewhere in between these two values. If it's the average, it'll be somewhere in the middle. And we see that negative 32.1 is between negative 33.8 and negative 30.4. And so we feel pretty good about that. And if we hit enter to check, we can see that we did get green checks across the board. And so that's going to do it for problem number 1. If you have any questions or comments about anything I covered here, please feel free to leave those in the comment section below, or you can text me. And thanks for watching.